Hello, ladies and gentlemen, loyal Imperial citizens and rebel scum alike. Welcome to another Liam Aiden gameplay video. Back with more Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes today, where we're just going to do a quick roundup of the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes community news, because we've had a lot come out of the community over the last few days. So we're just going to do a quick roundup and take a look at some of the most exciting pieces of information that's come our way. So probably the first thing, the biggest thing, is the news that we are going to be getting a Beskar Mando. Now you've probably heard about this already. This was accidentally leaked by Dojafet. It was an unintentional leak on the forums. Dojafet was actually talking about something else, actually talking about the change in drop rates for Bronzium character packs, which we're going to get to later, and they accidentally mentioned that this change with the Bronzium packs is going to come out with the Beskar Mando release next week. Now that post was really quickly deleted. You can still access it online because people took screenshots, and some of the replies, I believe it's still visible, but wow, what a leak. What a revelation. We are definitely going to be getting a new version of Mando in the game. Now this makes sense because the version that we have right now, here you can see my version, you can see that I have done absolutely nothing with him scandalously. This is the pre-Beskar Mando, very much the Season 1 version of this character. So it makes sense now, as we're coming toward the end of Season 2 of The Mandalorian, that we're going to get this upgraded Beskar version. Also, if you look at the Mando characters that we've got so far, so the original Mando, Greef Karga, Cara Dune, Queel, and IG-11, there's 5 of them. They make up a full squad. Now, I am really hopeful that this Mando, the Beskar Mando, is going to be released as a legendary, a regular 5-star unlock legendary. It is so long since we had one of those in game. The last one, if you can believe it, was, I believe, Padme Amidala. And that was a long time ago. So I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, that they're going to release Beskar Mando just as a regular 5-star unlock legendary character. And I mean, the buzz on the street is that you're going to need these 5 characters, the Mando characters, to unlock, and that would make perfect sense. As you can see from my roster here, I am nowhere near unlocking him, but that's probably what you want to be working on next week. Look out for that. We're also expecting that IG-11 and Queel are probably going to make their way onto farmable nodes pretty soon in preparation for this, just to make that Beskar Mando a little more accessible for people. Really exciting. Okay, next piece of news, going to move quickly because we've got a lot to get through here. So the next piece of news, as many of you will already know, is that this new Rancor Challenge tier raid has just been launched in the game. It was launched yesterday, and it seems to be an incredibly tough raid. Now this is what people have been asking for. A lot of people at the very top tier, they've maxed out the Sith raid, maxed out the tank raid, definitely maxed out the Rancor raid. They were looking for something a little more challenging. This appears to be it. In fact, a little more challenging, maybe underselling it. It's incredibly challenging. You actually need to have 7-star Relic 5 characters just to take part. Now, as you know from my roster, if you've seen my other videos, the highest Relic characters I have are Relic 3, and only have 2 of them, CLS and Vader. So again, I am nowhere near being able to take part in this raid. But as you can see from the footage here, it looks like it's going to be incredibly challenging. A really difficult raid, but really exciting. It's showing that there's room to grow now in raids, that some of those guilds, those players who've really mastered those lower raids, this gives you something else to shoot for. Now the exciting thing about this raid, exciting if you're able to take part, that is that this is how you earn some of those materials that are needed for Relic 8. And this kind of segues into the third community news point today, which is the launch of Relic 8. So Relic 8 is now officially in the game. Relic 7 is no longer the top Relic level, and you earn those Relic materials by completing the various tiers of the Rancor Tier Challenge raid. Pretty cool, pretty exciting. Again, not something I'm going to be able to make any videos on anytime soon, but really good to see this coming to Galaxy of Heroes. It's something people have wanted for a long time, and gives us all something else to shoot for, even if, like me, you're mid-game level and nowhere near actually doing it yourself. Next thing, so this is the fourth thing that we're looking at today, Galactic Challenges. Now, Galactic Challenges, they had a kind of lukewarm reception when they were first launched in-game a little while ago. I made a couple of videos on them. Again, I think they are improving. Now, from the get-go, Capital Games were really clear that Galactic Challenges were kind of a work in progress, that they anticipated that they were going to continue changing, continue evolving over time. And what they've announced is that we're about to see another change in the way they work. So some major points, crucially, Galactic Challenges, so recently they went down to once a week. We only get them at the weekend. So we're now going to get them twice a week. There's going to be 2 iterations. You're going to have one at the beginning of the week and then one over the weekend. So that's pretty cool. You get more abilities, more shots to have a go at earning these rewards. They are going to be introducing this autocomplete, this sim feature, which they mentioned a little while ago, which again is really exciting. And then this is a post that's available on the forum we're just taking a quick look at here. They also bring in this new reward system. You're going to be able to earn cards. So in addition to the regular resources and shards that you can win from these events, you're also going to be able to earn these kind of card shards, which are then going to unlock these boxes, these reward boxes. So what's going to happen is you're going to go through the various tiers earning these rewards. Now, unlike the rewards that you get right now, the shards, the materials, and so on and so forth, you're not going to be able to unlock these boxes immediately. Basically, you're going to play as many tiers as you can over the time that Galactic Challenge is available in-game. And then once that Galactic Challenge is over, once the timing is over, you're then going to be given these keys, and then you use these keys to unlock various different level boxes, and the different levels, the different tiers of the boxes give out different rewards. Okay. I mean, it sounds kind of cool. I'm not super excited about that news. I'm also not put off by it. I know a lot of people are kind of complaining because the current model right now, you're getting that immediate gratification, immediately getting those rewards. You're going to have to wait and then remember to use those keys to unlock the boxes. But you know what? I am kind of indifferent to this. We'll have to see how it goes. Again, they always said the Galactic Challenges were going to be a work in progress, and they were going to change as things move forward. I think this is what we're seeing just now, and keeping an open mind, I'm going to see how it goes. Moving on. So the next item we have to discuss is a data mine. You know how I love data mines. So this is a recent data mine in Galaxy of Heroes, which seemed to uncover a new game mode called Conquests. Now, if this can be believed, this is going to be really big. The data mine reveals it's going to be a whole new table, so a whole new table in the game. The last time we had that was with our little Jawa scavenger friend for relics when they were introduced. So this is going to be a big update, a new table, and it's going to include something that's going to have multiple nodes, so a little bit like Galactic War. It's going to have a new energy and a new currency, and what you're going to do is you're going to fight through these various nodes, and you're going to be able to collect things. In addition to the new currency and the new energy, you're going to be able to collect things that are being termed artifacts, and these artifacts are then going to they're going to be consumables, so you're going to use them on your characters to give bonus abilities. One of the abilities that they mention is stamina, a status on your units. We don't know exactly how that's going to translate yet, but this all sounds pretty exciting. This is a pretty huge thing to have found in the game. Apparently it's going to include a join time, a join limit, so more like raids or territory battles, and people are kind of saying that it's, as you can see here from the interpretation, that it's like a kind of new upgraded Galactic War. Obviously Galactic War is really just kind of one of those things that everybody sims every day just to get your dailies complete. And at the beginning of the game, sure, it's a good way to test out units and you're actually growing as a player, but once you reach the mid-level, once you really have characters up to that 85 level, you don't get anything from Galactic War anymore. So this could be a replacement, basically, for Galactic War, a way to keep those higher level players engaged in that kind of gameplay. It's really huge. If this is true, that is. This will be a really huge addition to the game this Conquests gameplay. Now, caveat, this is a data mine. Now, data mines do have a history of proving right. I mean, obviously, Admiral Piet, we learned about Admiral Piet through a data mine and various other characters, but we're also still waiting for Allegiant General Price. We're still waiting for Allegiant General. Where is Allegiant General Price? At this stage, I'm pretty much assuming we're not going to get Allegiant General Price. Maybe that was some kind of failed project or something that they were musing on and then never ended up implementing for Sith Eternal Emperor, something like that. Unfortunately, sorry Richard E. Grant, I don't think we're getting Legion General Price in the game. But that said, this data mine seems pretty substantial. It was released just a few days ago. Now, you do have this caveat that this is just an interpretation of the data that's there, so we don't definitely know that it's going to be implemented, and we don't definitely know that it's going to be implemented in the way that they describe in this post here. But this is pretty exciting. If we do get this new table, this new currency, this new energy, I think that would be pretty cool. Fingers crossed, watch this space for updates. Then the final piece of news is actually the news that we referenced right back at the beginning. This is how Doja Fett accidentally dropped the Beskar Mando news. They were actually asking a question about changes to the Bronzium character pack drop rates, the shard drop rates. Now, what this means is that basically the drop rates for characters, obviously recently we got those increased on the nodes. That's awesome. It's really been helping my farming. I've been farming Shock T for not very long now at all, and I've almost got her at 5 stars already. She's a hard node farm on fleets. Would have taken me a really long time to get there before, but now that they've increased this drop rates, it's a lot easier. So I'm really loving this increased drop rate with some of these older, these legacy characters. Now, that hasn't so far been the case for the Bronzium character drops. They haven't increased, which basically means you're spending the same amount of money, same amount of ally points, getting those Bronzium cards, or if you're buying them in the store, you're spending credits or crystals or outright money, and it hasn't increased the drop rates of those characters yet. So what this is basically confirming, what Doja Fett was confirming, is that those rates are going to double. We're going to see that soon in-game to avoid any loss, and that was never their intention. This has just taken a while to implement, but I don't believe that CG was trying to make things more expensive. They really are trying to balance the game. It just took them a while to get there. So Doja Fett was confirming that is going to happen soon. Again, watch this space for updates. Also, obviously, having to let slip Beskar Mando. So there you go. Best of both worlds. Whew. Well, that's it. That is the news from the holotables, the latest updates. So what do you think? I think there's an awful lot here to get really excited about. Relic and the new raid, okay, that's really cool for the top end of the game. Doesn't really affect me, mid-level player, but it's really great to see it. Again, it's something to shoot for. And for high-level players, that's going to be really cool. New Mando, changes to Galactic Challenges, potentially a new game mode, and the changes to the Bronzium character card drop rates. These are all fantastic and hopefully will all affect me directly. I really can't wait for Beskar Mando to join us in the game. So looking forward to that. Hopefully that's going to be next week. Fingers crossed for that. But what do you think? I would love to hear your thoughts, comments, and suggestions down below. If you enjoyed this video in any way, please consider giving it a like, a thumbs up, and why not subscribe to the channel. I drop regular videos on Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and Marvel Strike Force. Try to get something out every week. Thank you so much for being part of this journey today. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, look after each other, and remember, the Force will be with you, always.